You're about to witness a seismic event. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IHW Unstoppable right here on Fight TV. My name is the rock star Chris Cole, and I'm joined by my broadcast colleague, Shano.
I'm Shano.
It's too early, buddy. You're talking over me.
What?
Don't worry about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our IHW qualifying matches for the Television Championship 4-way match that will also be our main event right here today.
It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I don't want to keep you waiting either. We've got Remy Petit versus JP Sims, and that's coming up right now.
And ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. He is the man. He's having a hard time with his brain hole, but here he is, the beast of Acadie, the Acadian dream, Mr. Remy Petit.
Remy looking for that flag.
I thought he was just confused. I was like,
Angela, you can't say that word on TV.
is it flag? Oh, sorry.
Right. Remy Petit making his way around the ringside area. He is looking everywhere, desperately looking for that flag. Nowhere to be found.
Well, it's the most important thing in his life, that flag.
He wants his flag back. He looks like he's losing his marbles.
Him and that flag were in love.
He misses his
He
Gargamel.
loved that flag, man.
Now, speaking with the referee.
Referee for this match, Mr. Matt Pettifer.
You know, it's amazing you know his name now.
What do you mean?
What do I
Langelo, a lot has changed since you've been gone.
mean? I see that.
Yeah,
I'm noticing things have changed.
Chris and I started getting along way better.
And that's despite him being an idiot.
What?
Nothing. Don't
Okay.
worry. Sorry, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Thanks,
It's okay.
Jake.
Have a jalapeno popper.
Remy Petit trying to calm down, desperately searching for that flag. I think it's throwing him off his game.
Remy Petit very upset. JP Sims, look at that guy yelling at him.
Speaking of flags,
He's got a bee on his head. He's gonna get stung.
JP Sims calls himself the king.
it's probably because all the money he's got.
That's the deal.
What deal?
Second highest paid performer in IHW. Behind, of course, who is it, Rockstar?
What's that?
I said JP Sims is the second highest paid performer in the company behind one person.
Pick me. I know this one.
Shano has his hand up.
I know it.
Who is it, Shano?
Rockstar Chris Cole, right?
You are correct, sir.
That's right, and especially now, I do a lot more work than I did before.
Dude still owes me $20.
Who does?
You?
Langelo owed you $20.
No. Trust me, I remember distinctly.
I'm fairly
I
certain.
asked you for $20.
But then Langell said he had it, and you said you'd give him a ride home.
And I did. So where's my $20, Rockstar?
That's Langell.
No.
Langell, give him his $20.
All right, Shano, I'll catch you here after this match.
I prefer email money transfers, please.
Rather than cash.
Yeah, actually, you know what? No, because Jasmine's been all up in my gear. So, like, you should probably just give me cold hard cash. I'd appreciate it. She's been messing with my online account.
And don't do it in quarters like you did with me last time, Langell.
Ooh, I'd prefer quarters. I don't have a washing machine.
Oh, that's fair. And you like the arcade.
There's still arcades?
Remy Petit now asking the crowd if they've seen the flag. You know, I'm looking at this matchup. Shayna, who do you have this one? Do you have the Beast of Acadie, Remy Petit, or are you going with the King?
I'm going Beast of Acadie, my friend. He's my guy. Remy and I are super tight bros.
Let me tell you something. I can't see anyone winning this. I honestly will say that JP Sims, if he's not my pick, he's pretty darn close, guys. He is just devious enough that he will manage to sneak a victory out in this match and in the tournament.
But it's not very often that you see Remy Petit fall victim to, like, the sneakiness.
Wait, look at, speaking of the sneakers, look at the speed of JP Sims. Fires in under the rope, catches Remy from behind.
Oh, and the hard left
all
hand.
over the big man.
I'll tell you, wrestlers, because most people are right-handed, wrestlers are used to getting hit in the left side of the face. When you get hit in the right side, it's something completely different.
It's true.
It hasn't been calloused and tenderized as much.
Good call. Never
Huge
thought of that.
clothesline.
Watch.
Ow!
Now watch the other side.
You know what? Scientifically, that stands up.
JP Sims out to the floor. Remy Petit standing tall in that ring.
Remy Petit, oh, he's got the hat. What's he gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Taunting JP Sims.
It's a nice hat,
So
though.
property of the King.
And not only is it a nice hat, that's an expensive hat.
Well, that's all he buys is expensive things. And, like I say, Remy Petit has it on his head.
Looks pretty good.
Enough to stretch it. Oh, it's on the ground. What's he gonna do? Oh, he just kicks it off to the side. He doesn't have to give it back. It's back where your stuff is. Stop yelling at him, stupid. Oh, sorry, guys. I went off on a tangent there.
That's all right.
Sometimes I just kind of point out when people are being stupid.
Yeah, old habits die hard.
Yeah.
And if it was tomorrow and you did it again,
just
it would
ask
be
a
old
nun.
habits die harder.
One of us had a good joke there.
It wasn't.
It was you.
Remy Petit arguing with the referee again. Remy Petit seems incredibly distracted. He can't seem to get his head in the game right now.
That seems extremely true, Langell. I will tell you right now that Remy Petit is missing his Acadian flag. It is extremely important to him, a family heirloom. It is so important to him, and it's missing. He's kind of upset, and it's distracting him in this match, and it could very well cost him an opportunity at the IHW Television Championship. Forearms by JP Sims.
I won't lie, guys.
Sims
I've
to
been
the
around.
outside, all the way up to the top rope.
I've been out back. Before the shows, I like to go around and talk to the guys.
Double axe!
Get a feel for how they're feeling, all that stuff. And Remy Petit has been lost without that flag. I've caught him numerous times kind of talking to himself. It's very, very unnerving.
I mean, some people
It's really
just go get another flag, but Rockstar mentioned it's a personal family heirloom. You can't just replace something like that.
Langell, I don't know if you noticed this, but Shayna was really articulate right there.
Dude, I wasn't painting anything.
All right, JP Sims using that middle rope as a weapon, choking Remy Petit, but has the count of 5 to break the hold. Firing shots to the midsection.
Sorry, I lost it there for a second.
No, that's fine.
Oh, lateral press. Far leg, not Not enough. Matt Pettiford says 2 to JP Sims. JP Sims not accepting it. Is he going back outside? No, he's not. He's putting his hat on for some reason.
Well, because Remy took it. Now he's got to be like, look, bro.
Is he going to peck him with it? Choking in the corner, taking full.
That B stands for beatdown.
He was taking full opportunity of that 5 count. Oh, kick to the midsection by Remy Petit. Scoop and a slam. What could be next? Remy Petit off the ropes. Goes for the splash, misses. When you're that big, it can take a lot out of you. Huge flying neck breaker out of nowhere.
That was nice.
Count it 2.
Not enough, Angel.
No, not enough. This match continues.
The tactics of JP Sims, just the cockiness that he has, the unearned. Actually, you know what? That's wrong. The totally earned self-confidence of JP Sims.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned earlier, he holds wins over AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, has been in the ring of Kurt Angle. I would say he's totally earned that.
Let's not forget, trained by the one and only Lance Storm.
Absolutely. Whoa, reverse Irish whip. He's into the corner. Remy Petit, huge clothesline.
Down goes the King.
He's down, he's in that corner. Remy's looking at him, saying he's going to rub his butt in his face. That's a good way to get conjunctivitis, Langel.
Or pink eye.
True. Bounces his head there. The snap of that. JP Sims could be out. Sims is in trouble. Remy Petit in that corner, sizing him up. Sidesteps a big man into the corner.
Oh, eat defeat. Remy loves to eat, not defeat.
Wait, tries to no. Reversal, Acadian drop.
Peanut butter! Sorry, guys.
And jelly time, peanut butter, jelly time.
No, Shano, just calm down. I had a moment.
Well, so did I, clearly.
Welcome back, Langel.
Yeah.
Remy
yeah,
Petit
thanks.
face down. You know, Langel, relax.
Yeah. What?
Don't listen to him, Langel. We're happy to have you back. I missed you.
Well,
I'm happy to have him back.
Thank you.
Just get some tood.
There's no tood.
I think there's a little bit of tood.
JP
Sims, a block by Remy Petit. He's gone for it. He's the Acadian Dream. Bionic Acadian elbow. Le elbow, if you will. Le elbow. You all right there?
Excuse me.
All right.
Wait, grabbed a hold of the referee.
Oh, all the way down. Is that it? There it is.
And it is all over.
There's no tood from Langel. He's knocking up some ring rust, man. He's been there for a long time.
JP Sims seals the win from Remy Petit. He's on his way to the finals. Later on in our main event, you're going to see JP Sims, Julian Young, Brian McKay, and Nick Teeth go 4-on-4 in a fatal 4-way elimination match for the IHW Television Championship.
Ooh, ooh.
Let's hear for the king! I told you we weren't ready. I told you we weren't ready. I told you time and time again that we weren't ready, but you just won't listen until the French bastard. That's what you want. Why the hell did you do that? Just because you can't have your way, you have to start pushing people. You tell him, Remy. Don't you start with me!
Coming at you every Thursday, it's the podcast that constantly asks WTF. My name's Brian
I'm
Lanza.
the rockstar Chris Cole, Daddy!
And we are the hosts of What's the Finish, a maritime-produced podcast that covers music, sports, video games, and all things pop culture while counting down to the big finish, the biggest story of the week. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes. It's What's the Finish, available every Thursday.
Let me tell you something, Angel Daddy-O. Man,
JP Sims, man. JP Sims.
he is a sneaky, sneaky, sneaky guy. You may have noticed, though, in the last couple shows, we have Langell back on commentary.
Yeah, we do. Oh, Langell.
Yeah, he's not with us in studio right now. He can't be here. A little bit under the weather, but we will have him back in studio soon enough. Shano, this is a tag team match coming up. The Boxing and Wrestling Commission making their IHW TV debut. That's Iron Jeremy Orr,
The Element, if you will.
The Element, and Mad Dog Bruce Vachon, and they are going one-on-one, and by that I mean two-on-two, with Exile.
Let's see what you do.
Alright, morons! Here they come!
I don't know why he's talking to me when he's coming to the ring. Oh, wait.
Dragon X Shane Stevens and X-Fit Kurt Obey. These two men are ready, always ready, to light it up. And I'll tell you, they are probably, and no matter what you think of these two men, they are probably the best tag team from the Maritimes in a very long time.
No, I can't take anything away from Exile. I mean, Kirk Obey, Shane Stevens.
Let me tell you something about Exile. You got Shane Stevens. If you want to call him Sly, I call him Slimy, but some refer to it as Sly. And then you've got Kirk Obey, who is the muscle, and he is not to be taken lightly. Super talented. My only issue with Exile is the fact that I don't think Kirk Obey needs to be a part of it. He could pull it out all on his own.
Kirk Obey.
Like a milk truck.
Sure.
This tag team matchup here on Unstoppable, the Boxing Wrestling Commission.
Yes. Iron Jeremy Orr, trained boxer. And of course, Mad Dog Bruce Vachon, the wrestler of the two. This match brought to you by the TPC Podcast Network. For all your favorite podcasts, check out the TPC Podcast Network.
Will do.
TPC Network Canada on Facebook. TPCnetwork.com. Oh, full arm dragon twist by the ex-dragon Shane Stevens. Look how he's bending that wrist. Oh. Vachon trying to break it apart. Referee for this match, Matt Pettifer. Go ahead.
The powerhouse of the tag team, throwing Shane Stevens around like a rag doll early.
That's right. What he lacks in height, he makes up for in strength. He's a stocky little cannonball, I'm telling you.
Oh, nice shots to the guts.
There you see it. The boxing background of Jeremy Orr coming to light right there for you.
Wonderful teamwork, shades of the Rock and Roll Express. Oh, all the way over with that full arm dragon twist.
Now working the arm. What a pro the Element is.
Oh, Shane Stevens going for that face. And another full arm dragon twist by Shane Stevens.
Wrenching on that shoulder.
That'll take the stiffness out of those punches. Oh, nice kicks to the midsection. All clean. Oh, nice punches. And a reversal. Shane Stevens over again.
You know, the educated feet of Shane Stevens, you can never underestimate that.
Absolutely.
He's incredibly talented with those kicks.
They are definitely educated, Langell, to a degree.
And just to go back to the intelligence of Shane Stevens, he's working the arm, he's kicking him in the guts. If you really break it down, he's a boxer. All his power comes from his midsection.
Absolutely, Shano. But we had sad double axe off the corner by Mad Dog, and he's keeping on that arm.
Bite those fingers, Mad Dog.
Well,
it didn't take my advice. They're going to lose this match because of that.
Shane Stevens has his hand on his mouth, too. Could have been, it was ripe for the biting.
That's right. Maybe looking for a little fish hook, though.
I got to give credit to
Double hip toss.
give credit. The quick tags. Oh, nailed from behind by.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Kurt Obey comes in, powerhouse of Exile, takes their heads off. This guy doesn't need to cut corners.
It's interesting. You have two tag teams here, both with a speed guy and a power guy. So it's going to be interesting when we see Mad Dog in there with the X-Fit Beast, just to see what happens there.
Well, one of the things I always say, Langell, when you have speed versus power, one of them's going to win every time. But when you have speed and power, it could be guaranteed. I don't know.
Statistically, that does make sense.
That's right. Oh!
And holds him in the corner and then lines him up for quick jabs.
What a shot right to the mush.
The tag team working of Exile. You mentioned earlier, Rockstar, they're the best tag team in the Maritimes. It's hard to argue when you're watching them work together like this.
Bar none. These guys remind me of the Midnight Express. Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton. The teamwork that they do, it's more than just two guys in there having singles matches. They are working as a team. Look at them with the Jeremy Orr in the corner, going for the double Irish whip. No, Irish whip by Kurt Obey.
Short arm clothesline by the looks of it.
Clothesline, sorry. That light was in my eyes.
I get you.
Too.
I can't help but look at shiny stuff either, Rockstar.
Mad Dog out on the apron there, screaming out to his partner. He wants to get in there.
Absolutely. Oh, Jeremy. Oh, that looked a little low.
It did.
Midsection and clubbing forearm to the back. Stops Jeremy Orr in his tracks and into the corner.
Look at the size difference between Kurt Obey and everybody else in
Irish
this
whip
match.
into the corner. Kurt Obey scoops. And a slam with ease.
Yeah, give us a flex, big man.
That's the thing, Shano. Not only does he have the size, he has the height to go with it. Like, Kurt Obey is a monster.
I'm telling you, man, I know it's a cliche, but Kurt Obey is the total package. I can't stress it enough. The only thing I have issue with is the corner cutting, man. He is one of a kind. I went through training with Kurt Obey. He was just as dangerous in training as he is right now. He was talented from day one.
What an elbow that was from Shane Stevens.
You got nothing, rookie!
Cocky, slapping Jeremy Orr, the oldest rookie in Maritime Wrestling today.
Shane Stevens, very good at the educated feet and running his mouth.
Jeremy Orr, 44 years old, his first year as professional. Oh, good lord!
You could easily tear a quad or even tear your groin being on the wrong side of that.
Groin if you're lucky.
It's my favorite muscle.
Groin's a tendon.
Huh?
Kurt Obey just cranking on the jaw of the element.
You catching what I'm catching on this, Brian?
What's that now?
I'm hearing the click.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes the tag. Here comes Mad Dog.
Mad Dog all the way in. Clothesline on Stevens and another one. Stevens in the corner. Huge splash into the corner. He's got him going for the suplex. Holding him up there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The power 8, 9, 10. There he goes.
Unbelievable. All the best parts of Jim the Apple Neidhart right here.
Kurt Obey makes the save. That could have been
British
it.
Bulldog.
Jeremy Orr dumped right on his head out on the floor.
Oh,
This is
he's got
definitely
him.
not
Full
good.
Nelson. Power bomb. Oh, God. Power bomb.
Oh,
That could be it. 1, 2, and 3. That is all over.
Over.
Exile makes relatively short work of the Boxing and Wrestling Commission here on IHW Unstoppable.
And now putting
come
the
on.
boots to both of them. There's no need of this.
Kirk, you're better than this, buddy.
I'm telling you, they don't need to, but they definitely want to.
I'm surprised Jeremy Orr was even able to get back into the ring after crashing hard onto the floor, landing straight on his head.
Jeremy Orr has probably more guts than brains, and that is not an indictment. That man is a force to be reckoned with, and he'll be something someday here in Maritime Wrestling.
Oh, wait a second. Shane Stevens with that Kendo Shima.
I believe it's called a kendo stick.
I made that mistake once.
He'll hit you with it if you call it that in front of him. It's not worth it. It's almost as bad as getting kicked in the head by Titus.
Who'd that happen to? I think we can chalk this loss up to experience. We can chalk that loss up to experience and lack thereof. We got Exile, just a well-oiled unit, and the brand new Boxing and Wrestling Commission doing their thing.
I see great things in the future of the Boxing and Wrestling Commission. They are going to be a tag team to be reckoned with.
No doubt
Never
about
again.
it. No doubt about it, Rockstar. Wait, what?
I hear you. Oh, just like everybody else here.
taken away to never come back. Can't extinguish your lasting light. Battle was fought hard, we were with you. We were all in for the fight. The only real rock star to me. And my tricks on ice for you. Your spirit will never leave. Never forget you. Miss you do. Still seems like a horrible dream. Watch you fight, never get the rub. Overwhelmed by your endless trot of ease. Made it to the tea room at the China Pub. The only real knocked down, couldn't let you fall. Helped you back up to your feet. Force yourself to stand on your own. You always let us help you cheat. The only real rock star in me. Having drinks on ice for you, and your spirit will never leave. I will never forget you. I miss you too. The only real rock star in me. And my drinks on ice for you, and your spirit will never leave. We will never forget you. We will always miss you, dude. Miss you, dude. We'll always miss you, dude.
Hey fans, we know you're on Twitter and you're on Facebook. You're on social media getting breaking news the minute it happens. Well, good news, so are we. Innovative Hybrid Wrestling has social media covered. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We post everything you need to know about Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, so make sure you're following us so you're the first to get the inside scoop.
Shano, Exile got the victory there. A little bit more experience in the Boxing and Wrestling Commission. But this is what it's all about. This is for all of the marbles, Shano.
That it is, Rockstar. Super excited. It is finally time. Your main event of the night. The fatal four-way to determine your brand spanking new IHW TV champion. We got JP Sims, Brian McKay, Julian Young, Nick Teeth. This is going to truly be unbeatable right here on Unstoppable.
You're not wrong, Shano.
Sometimes I'm right.
We've been building to this a number of matches, and it all comes down to this, the fatal four-way for the IHW television title. Someone's walking out with the belt tonight.
You're not wrong, Langelo. 4 is a number. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes possibly my pick to win the IHW Television Championship. And all politics aside, JP Sims is the king.
4 is also a word. Depends on how you spell it.
Thanks, Shano.
No problem.
Oh, he's taking a sip.
Little pre-match ritual.
What a main event.
JP Sims.
What a main event this is going to end up being. I can't believe all these people are giving him drinks.
Come on, get in, JP.
As per usual, earlier this evening, I was going around talking to all the boys, hanging out back. And did you know that in JP's flask, he's got alcohol?
That's the point, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, if not, it just would have been a glass or a bottle. But yeah, so here we are. Shano, as the head of matchmaking, I have to give you credit. You put together a series of matches that were exciting and leads us to this fatal four-way. So good on you, sir.
I appreciate it, Langelo. Let me tell you, I might not be good at a lot of things, but I feel as though I'm very good at piecing together matches.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, you are, sir. Julian Young now making his way to the ring.
Julian Young, Mr. 9 years of Greco-Roman wrestling. I think we all know that by now. Also, straight from the beginning of IHW, Julian Young has been here. I don't think he's missed a show, and this is just, it's anybody's game, but Julian Young could take it. I'm still keeping my stamp of approval. Boom, Shano approved, Brian McKay going home with the gold.
Julian Young, Mr. Energy.
I've been gone for a period of time, so it's kind of hard for me to get a vibe for who I think has the momentum going into this fatal four-way, but
Julian.
it's Julian?
No, it's Brian.
Oh, it's JP.
No, it's Brian.
Everybody has momentum, Langel. Well, Nick Teeth just started his. Nick Teeth! Second match back in IHW Wrestling right now. He beat the high-flying Fantana, which is no short task.
It's about 3 apples high.
You know what the amazing thing here is the fact that Nick Teeth has been back for just a handful of weeks, and he could walk out of here tonight as the IHW television title. You just never know what happens or what could happen at a live IHW event.
Absolutely. Nick Teeth, former I champion, which is the precursor to the television championship.
That's right, Nick Teeth is no joke. And here's the thing. Let me tell you why I chose Brian McKay over everybody else here. Because Brian McKay has something to prove. He's hungry. He wants to show everybody out back that he is the real deal. The only other person in this match, in my opinion, that wants to do close to the same thing is Nick Teeth. Nick Teeth, he left, he came back. He's hungry. He's got something to prove. Everybody else here, they're just hungry for the gold. These two are the real deal. They just got that extra momentum behind them.
There is nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose, and here is one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the comeback, Brian McKay, back from being a referee with IHW for the last 10 years. It is ridiculous. He is ready, and he could very well, any one of these 4 men could very well walk away the new IHW heavyweight, the new IHW television champ.
I couldn't agree more. Once again, another reason why I chose Brian McKay. Go back, one of the greatest ladder matches I've ever seen in my entire life. Go back in our archives on Fight TV. Brian McKay in a ladder match for the I title. This man pulled out all the stops. He jumped from the top of a 15-foot ladder to the outside in an attempt to win that gold. There's no ladders in this match. There's nothing to take him out. This guy's going home with it, I'm telling you.
Referee Matt Pettifer holding it up, the IHW television championship. JP Sims out on the floor.
JP Sims taking his time, biding his time.
Nick Teeth mouthing off at JP Sims now. Personalities clashing in this matchup.
You want to talk about two polar opposites?
If you listen, both of those men saying that they don't need to be in this match, they already deserve the title. It should be handed to them. Nick Teeth back just now. Julian Young leaps over the top rope.
Well, let me tell you, it's like JP Sims is Santa from the North Pole and Nick Teeth is Santa from the South Pole.
Xanta.
That's a thing?
Sure.
The crowd chanting for Julian Young.
That's why they call them polar opposites.
Crowd now chanting, "Let's go, Brian."
I'm sorry.
Brian McKay. This crowd in love with him. Here at the Moncton Lions Club in Moncton, New Brunswick.
The home of IHW Wrestling.
Absolutely, easily could be called the IHW Arena, but we're not jagoffs.
I mean, I do, but it's in the privacy of my own home.
It's a Jag.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it, Shayna.
It's a good series.
You know, I'm waiting for
JP
this
Sims
match.
is language.
Stop interrupting.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just wait.
We'll go.
For what?
We'll go ahead.
No, you the match is underway here. JP Sims out to the floor.
Yeah, but I felt like what you said was important.
No, it's fine. You guys continue. You guys have a good thing going. You guys go ahead.
If he's not willing to say it, it could have been that important. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Teeth attacking both Julian Young and Brian McKay from behind. Double chop off the rope. Double hip toss. And double drop kick. My goodness. It was the finisher for the Rock and Roll Express back in 1983.
Yeah, back in 1983, they were all a bunch of wusses.
That's what I figured.
Gotta be.
I'm sorry. Did you just say earlier that what if it's not important? What was that? What was that you said about me?
I don't remember, Langelo. It's such high impact action that we just have to keep moving on, buddy.
All right.
Langell, dude, Rockstar, as much as he's kind of turned over a new leaf here, sometimes it's more of the same. Take it with a grain of salt, my friend.
JP Sims and Nick Teeth look like they're coming to some sort of shoulder tackle by Brian McKay. Oh, what?
Man,
Through
oh,
that,
man.
the bottom two ropes.
Looked like it caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
Julian Young kicked the midsection, Irish whip reversal. Oh my goodness, I can't keep up. Another baseball slide, Julian Young. Wait,
Did I tell you guys there's alcohol
I feel
in
like
there?
we just missed something. You okay there, Angel?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. I'm just I'm great.
I'm glad that you're great.
Thanks.
How
Now
you
we
doing?
have a double team.
How you doing, Shano?
Man, I'm always fantastic.
Oh, Brian McKay knee to the head. Now to hold him up. Julian Young attack from behind. What could happen? Oh, they break it up. Oh. A double suplex. Call it the Tim Hortons plex. All the way over.
Stole that from me, Rockstar.
Like from your brain?
Yeah, I was gonna call it the Timmy's P.
I think mine's better.
Timmy Plex has a ring to it, though. Gotta admit.
Huge huge splash in the corner. Now Brian McKay with stereo clotheslines.
Look at these two working together.
There it is. It's everyone for themselves, but Brian McKay and Julian Young, very close friends, making sure.
Oh, Brian McKay mocked Nick Teeth there.
The hand kick. Don't do that.
Huh?
Oh, he's got him. What's he? Boston Crab. Oh no. Queen Angelina stretch. Oh, this could only end up badly. This is inappropriate. I'm not gonna lie.
Right in the boys. No DQ in a fatal four-way match.
But, well, who did DQ?
I don't know.
Exactly.
At least two of them.
Oh, knife edge chop. Brian McKay, Julian Young trading chops.
Right square in the middle of that ring.
Matt Pettifer just flinching for every single one of them. Brian McKay. Oh,
Well, we can hear it over here.
Oh, and another.
Imagine the sound from Matt Pettifer.
Over the top. Nick Teeth back in. I don't know why you want to get in the middle of that. Let the two-man fight it out. All the way back out.
Right away, Julian and Brian back on the same page.
Almost landed right on top of Gaetan Latang.
Who?
Gaetan Latang.
Oh, the picture dude.
Yeah, Gaetan Latang photography. Find him on Facebook.
And tell him you love him.
Julian Young.
Sorry, Rockstar.
No, Landry, go ahead.
What's he doing? Oh, there it is. Beautiful plancha.
The high flying capability of Julian Young. I call him the phenom of fitness, but he definitely has a wide variety of maneuvers and a huge arsenal.
Brian
He's
McKay going up top
What
now.
is Brian McKay up to?
Look,
He's all
shrugs
the way,
it off.
All the way to the top. Oh, my. What a flipping What a senton!
Yes.
That was unreal. You could see Brian McKay had the well scouted there. You know, at first it looked like he was going to launch himself really high. He knew it would be far more devastating to launch himself directly at all three men.
Just aim for the
Low
forehead with those
trajectory.
feet. Oh, Brian
Everybody
McKay
out.
calling for the fans.
Whoa.
Is he going for it?
Styles clash!
He nails it.
Oh, my!
Over. Julian Young in trouble.
1, 2. Oh, JP Sims with the save. That could have been it for Julian Young with the style biter.
Yeah, leave it to JP to ruin everything.
Oh, JP Sims going for the pin on Brian McKay. Whoa,
And
Nick
that could
Teeth.
have been it.
Nick Teeth. He's got him double wing. There it is. He butterflied him in.
The falling Blue Angel.
I'll tell you, I've been the victim of that move, and it stinks. Oh, Julian Young sweeps the leg, just like Karate Kid. Lateral press, hooks that far leg. 2. Brian McKay breaks it up. Holy criminy. I was going to say how fast-paced this is. Irish whip reversal.
I didn't realize I was calling this match with Scrooge.
Julian Young. Oh, back elbow by Brian McKay. Julian Young back in. Double kick, Brian McKay. Brian McKay to the top rope. Could it be it? When he misses, lands right on his butt.
So many
Crashes and
words.
Burns.
Oh, Julian Young. This could be a Canadian destroyer. Oh, that is all over. Julian Young.
It is over.
Julian Young's going to be our new television champion. No, he's not taking advantage. He's taking too long.
Come on, Brian.
Press 2. Not enough. JP Sims breaks the pin.
I still said the chance.
Holy crap on a cracker, JP Sims. Sending Julian Young up and over. Lateral press. 2. Oh, Nick Teeth breaks it up.
Taking it up.
Nick Teeth. JP Sims through
This
the
could be
middle.
it. This could be it. JP.
Brian McKay. Oh, IHW Television Champion! Let's go!
Roxanne! Unbelievable. Shane O'Connor is the new IHW Television Champion.
What a match!
Even a broken clock's right twice a day, gentlemen.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why is there a question mark at the end of that?
He's doing the math.
Chris Hicks in the ring celebrating with Brian McKay, congratulating his friend. It's good to have the support of friends.
It sure is.
Absolutely, these two men trained together, came up in the business together. Brian McKay, your new IHW Television Champion.
My God.
Congratulations, Brian McKay.
We're going to go back to the studio.
Thank you!
IHW fans, I cannot believe it. for like twice in the last 2 weeks. I was right. Brian McKay, your brand new IHW television champion.
What's that bring your lifetime right count to?
2!
Sweet. Brian McKay, your new IHW television champion. Fantastic. Congratulations to Brian McKay. He worked hard and he got it done.
Absolutely deserves it. Like you said, worked very hard. Wrestler, referee, back to wrestler, and look what he's accomplished.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us this week, yet again, on IHW Unstoppable, right here on Fight. Remember, you can find us on social media. Find him at Radio Shano.
I'm Shano.
Me at RS Chris Cole. You can find our broadcast colleague Langela at Langela. You can find IHW all over social media. Just look for IHW Wrestling. Go to IHW.ca and Eventbrite.ca for ticket information. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
What are you doing?
Axel Jim Duggan.
Whoa. Whoa, man, I almost fell down the steps.
My bad.
An idiot. Anyway. Man, I still don't know how to play this thing. Huh? You shall not pawn! Oh, never mind. Shane?
Nah, man, Shane's over there.
Here we are once again in the pawn shop jungle. Oh, it looks like we're just in time for the ultimate showdown.
Well, I hope there's not an ultimate showdown.
Oh no, there will be a showdown, and I am still much more attractive.
We knew you'd be back. Wait, did you put the windows down for Ma?
Ma!
Well, that was a neat trick. Now watch this.
Randy! My mustache!
Who am I?
Oh, man. Oh, idiot monster.
Parlor Pawn, your money's waiting.